Hey guys, it's me, your hostess Liberty, back with some more Roottree. Yes. My throat is a little sore. I'm going to pop a soother. No, a buttermenthol. And hopefully that'll help my voice be a little bit less cranky. And then we will dive right in. Sorry, I'm so organized. So how's your day been? Tell me in the comments below. I like to hear about what you've been up to. I'm interested in how much you are angry at me for my past commentary about American chocolates. Alright. If you hear clinking and clanking in my mouth against my teeth, it's a cough lolly. Sorry. Alright. Last time, what happened? Where were we? I think we highlighted something to check, didn't we? LBP. What is LBP? Oh, right. We had a Lucinda Jacobson bailing out Mark, who was... And he's got an ex called Colleen Webb. Oh, and he's got a daughter named Mary? Something like that. I think we also did a bunch on the China Roottree. We still haven't checked out Roottree France, so let's do that quickly. Hi Spider Search, how you been? What history you got? Oh, we've got a lot. Well, okay. Let's click that off. Let's just do this quickly. Non-starter. Negotiations broke down pretty late in the process. And leadership of Roottree went through a very... Okay. Tristan Robert. Okay, who the fuck is Tristan Robert? Do you matter at all? Snuck in a question about his experience with the company in the 70s. Articles in French, takes a while to translate section by section. He mentions Guy by first name only, and the tale he tells is quite ugly. One of the worst men I've ever met. He approached my wife about having an affair, which she refused. He then kept insisting that this was the best way to celebrate the end of our business contract. I don't think he expected her to say no, and I don't think she would tell me what happened. I punched him in the face and refused to attend another meeting with this man. They lost a lot of money on this deal because not only was he a terrible person, but he was a terrible businessman. When he died shortly after, it felt like the universe was working things out. I wasn't surprised to learn he had a secret child. He seemed to treat women like collectible pocket monsters. Pokemon! It seems mentioning Pokemon sidetracks the questions a bit, and the interviewer never returns to the subject of Roottree. Okay. Well, let's just do due diligence and shove his name in here. Okay. Well, the business world doesn't seem to know him. Does Telephoto know him? Nope. Oh, I wonder if Telephoto knows any Roottrees. Nope. What about Raina? No, doesn't know anything. What does it specifically look at? Photography info. Okay. All right. Well then. Oh, what's... Wait, Mary Beth. No, where was it? In here? No, in here. Photo? Web on the web, paranormal travel agency. Okay. Corporate composition photography. Let's just check that. Did we check that last time? Okay, well, we were looking at LBP, weren't we? LBP? LPB? What the... Why is there a leaf on my pillow? What the hell? Sorry. Okay. Lebanese pound. Lower back pain. Lead-based paint. That does not... Okay, how about Louisiana Board of Pharmacy? Because I think this was in relation to something, wasn't it? Okay. Long Beach Peninsula. Okay. Lynch Building Plastics. No, 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 no. Delete. Also, we can... No, we'll leave that in. Excuse me. If you don't mind. Spider search. Nothing? Okay. Luxury bridal photography. Oh, that might actually be something in here, right? Nothing. Okay. Oh, photography business, which is a good start. Located in Ireland, and its owner's name is Nicholas. Nick Luxury. But you doubt that's his real name. But we can check him out in here, right? Or not. Okay. Fine. Lexicon Business Payroll. Nope. Nothing. Lincoln Baby Photography. Oh, what? Oh, mentions Val, an award-winning photographer on the page. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and the site has a picture of a baby and a camera pointed with Cam Lincoln reaching for his namesake. I guess he... Val Lincoln? Copyright 98. Okay, Val Lincoln. Alright. Val Lincoln. Here we go. Featured telephoto, the cover, which featured one of the photos as well as portions. Okay. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, baby. And Cam Lincoln. Okay, so Val Lincoln. Let's make a new page for Val. Val Lincoln is a photographer, an award-winning photographer, has a child called Cam Lincoln. Baby in 98 to 99. Okay. So, baby. Okay. Okay. Well, let's check the other stuff before we start going crazy on things, right? Gotta do our due diligence. Laura's bras and panties. Hell yeah. Okay, you never know. Limited edition runs movie scripts, none of their books. One of them is the big screen adaptation. Okay. Search periodicals for the Fog. That would be Silver Screen? Starlet? Team Blast? Telephoto? Business Watch? The Herald? Mun Music Monthly? No. Okay. Let's go check this out. Oh, he's so cute. Look at the baby. He's such an adorable child. What a baby. What a baby. So that's Cam. And this is Val. Oh. His father. So Val's a woman. Val Clementine. Oh, hell yeah. Clem! Get my gun. Oh. Is she the old... Okay, Mary. This is Mary. This is Val. V-A-L. Webb, sure. No, Clementine. She took her dad's name. And she is... photographer. Right? What else would she be? No. Maybe artist. Let's just check first. Actually, we should check that later. This is Mary Webb. And she is a travel agent. Okay. And this is Cam. Lincoln. Okay. And he is Baby. And this is, I don't know, but Lincoln is their last name. Alright. Unknown. Okay. Back to this. Val Lincoln, a photographer who went overseas during Desert Storm. He won the Sepia Award for photojournalism. Oh! Trans? Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class because, in his own words, he couldn't decide what else to do and thought it would be the best career in the world to shoot for Playboy. He found out he had a knack for it and began to skip lunch in his free periods to spend more time in the darkroom. Tried to pivot to landscape photography but didn't have any passion. I work much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or object. A photographer mentor of his who was going overseas decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane tickets, all my meals, and even pulled some strings so we could rush my passport. For someone that had never had a real job. Maybe Val is actually the photographer and this is somebody else. Photo is Lisa Clementine, who lost an arm in Operation Desert Saber. Women were not subject to direct combat, and Lisa was in the vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed. I ran into Lisa after her surgery and took this picture. Then, until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures. I guess it was fate, because that's the photo that won me an award, got me a magazine, and led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. Lisa Clementine. And this is Val Lincoln. And she is not a travel agent. She is a... What is she? I guess we Google. Her name is Lisa Clementine. Did I spell it wrong? What is Operation Desert Saber? Okay. Lisa Clementine. Hello photo. News time? What about Desert Saber? What was it? Operation Desert Saber. No? Okay. Business Watch? Obviously not. Obviously not. They might have Lisa Clementine there. No. Picardy? No. Okay. Ducky. Lisa Webb. Right. Ooh. Lincoln? Okay. She runs a support group. Professor, a military college. She teaches classes that contribute to environmental engineering major. She had a passion for the military from a young age due to erroneously believing that a family member was an Air Force pilot, her dad. Okay. So she is a professor. There we go. So her husband, her sister, might also be named Clementine. Yep. There we go. Hell yeah, brother. I'm doing good. Lincoln Val. Oh, someone's knocking. Better turn that up.
Hey there, it's us. So I just have to say, the work you're doing here is fantastic.
Why, thank you.
So fantastic, in fact.
Uh-oh.
There goes Clark. Always the bad cop. Go ahead.
Well, our law firm, Ruby Legal Enterprises, is having trouble keeping up.
So hire more people.
They're actually begging us to stop submitting new root trees. They said it's getting difficult to verify your progress.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, consider that a good thing. I told Clark you'd get results.
Hell yeah, I will.
She says that like I didn't believe her. Regardless, the bad news is it's going to take 5 potential tree additions before anyone locks in from now on.
Of course it is.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And keep up the good work.
Yeah, shall do. Okay. Well, that's expected. Let's change the music channel, shall we? Oh, that's not what I... That's not also what I meant. Oh, there we go. Alright. Wait. Oh, okay. But there might be a B-side. Because, you know, there usually is. Alrighty. Back to the old tree, I guess. Well, we've locked in all of the miracles side of things. Okay, to recap. Miracle met Mary Beth Quaker. She was married to Edsel Sterling. And he had a rompy-dompy with her. She had 2 children. Stuart and Mark. And Mark got married to Colleen and had 2 kids. Lisa and Mary. And Lisa just had her first baby, Cam. And going by the colour of his hair, I'm going to guess that he is most definitely related to... possibly Miracle. But you never know. Oh god, who's next is the real question, isn't it? We've got a lot here going. We've got almost all of this locked in fact. Let's ask the Rubber Ducky. Rubber Ducky of Fortune, telling me where should I go next? Grandorf Dove. Okay. Grandorf Dove. It did. It did mention somebody. I do remember that much. Oh, I should actually check it in here, shouldn't I? Right. A crime article, Hudson Wing. Oh god, my back. Right. Thomas Hughes. Mrs. Hughes. We think that's Miss Ford, the principal. Right. That's true. She was a principal, wasn't she? And I'm pretty sure... Okay. Wait, who did she marry? She married someone named Ford, didn't she? Because she wasn't originally Ford. Where is she? Trivia. Okay. Cicely Sanchez. Okay. Susan. Oh no, she was. She was indeed. Ah, my back is killing me. Shit. Alright, you'll have to... Lisa Lockwood. Oh, Lisa? Wait. Lisa? That was in the 80s. No, that's... Lisa Lewis. Okay. I was gonna say... Lachlan? Susan. No, Susan's name never changed. Okay, Susie was mistress of Guy. That was Susan. Right. Susan Ford. Okay. So she will be in here. Susan Ford. She will not be in there. Why not? Oh, the Hudson wing. Right, Hudson. I can't remember where we got Hudson from. Guy Hudson. Right? Wait, let me double check. Guy Hudson, that's where we're getting the Hudson from. Right. Okay, now Grandorf School for the Deaf, first built in 82, separate, much smaller building half a block from the main campus, and operates as a smaller independent school that offers free ASL courses for family members, friends and caretakers of deaf children. According to the history, they got their name after the president of the Roottree Company generously donated a lot towards the construction of the building. Yeah, I wonder why. Vague history section, someone fill in with the details. It mentions that the donation came at the insistence of an employee of Roottree at the time. She learnt ASL from the main school and to surprise her future husband who was deaf. Oh. After realizing how useful a service like this could be to non-deaf people, she convinced Roottree management to invest in the school. First teacher... Okay. More recent news about Grandorf Dove. Yes, it did change its name. Now Grandorf School for the Deaf. You're right. Roottree offices an hour away. According to the website, it was named Grandorf Dove. Oh, we got something. Susie Ford. Alright. Dove is the Danish name for deaf. Right. Founder had issues with government translators leading to an odd transcription issue. It was renamed to better represent the purpose. Ms. Ford she's not deaf, but learnt to communicate with the deaf. Okay. Not too many that you can look through all of them. Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. Ford sisters. Who attended public school in Butler County. Handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from oh my fucking god. Susie Ford. Oh, she had twins. Wait. She has twins. Susan Ford, aka Susie. Yeah, Susan. That's fine. Alright. And I assume the last name is Ford, so let's just leave that as that for now. So there will be Ford as well. Yeah, we'll leave that as that. Ford. Yeah, we'll just leave that as that for now. Okay, got pictures. What we get pictures of? Twins. Twinsies? Where's Vix? Okay. The Ford twins were used as part of a nationwide study on allergies. Twin on the left is holding an inhaler, and the twin on the right is holding an EpiPen. Why is it in black and white, though? Okay, so that's the one that's... Okay. So one of these... Okay. We're back to fucking... This is... You know what? This is gonna be Guy. Guy Hudson. It's about time. This has just all been about him. Okay, you know what? All of it's fine. It's all fine. That's all fine too. This is all Guy. Okay. Susan Ford. Twin girls. One has asthma, the other peanut allergy. Okay. This is great. Brilliant. So, let's just go back here. We'll just put... We'll say Linda there. Linda Ford. Just so we can get both girls on here. Okay, Zach. Why do we need a picture of you, Zach? That could be a dead end. Let's be real. Okay, local students provide key evidence. Principal was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. She didn't have any twins attending her school. She asked if her daughters Melissa and Heather could be useful. Melissa and Heather. Save note. Okay. Their life after high school this year. Okay. She says they couldn't be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's about 15 minutes, is shy, but essentially hasn't stopped running from the moment she learnt to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert. It's even performing the local production of Is There Life After High School? Okay. Heather. Heather is the older one. Alright, easy. Heather is the older one. Heather Ford. And she is also the one with the inhaler. Yes. And this is Melissa. And they are student. Okay, student college? Possibly? Let me check. High school. So they're both in high school still. Okay. Well, they are twins, so K to 12. There we go. Alright. Monkey, I think we've done this. Oh, but we don't have their name. Author of Family Man? Where does Family Man come from? Oh. Family Man. Right. Bess Williams, Family Man. Let's have a look. Bess Williams, Family Man. Okay. There's no downloadable version, but the book is impossible to find nowadays. Okay. Bess Williams. Author born in the 1800s, lived outside of Miami, died tragically young in a major hurricane that struck the area in 26. As a history with the Roottree, her notable book Family Man is widely considered blatant propaganda about Elias. If she'd been in love with him, maybe she would have written propaganda about him. There's a site dedicated to hurricane statistics. The Boca D'Oriol Library, not far from where she lived. Okay, so that might be in that area. Partially destroyed in a hurricane, when they rebuilt, they named the non-fiction section after her. Expanded again in 1950, closed in 63 when multiple libraries opened in the surrounding area that made it redundant. Let's show older. Okay. Okay, Bess Williams, maybe? Oh. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. Well, let's look. Oh, no longer exists. You find multiple libraries in the area. According to the website, Miami Print Museum. We'll look into that in a sec. Searching for the print museum, you come across their website. It states their hours and list of exhibitions, a fountain, as well as a statue of an unknown author. The picture has been added to your evidence. Another is printing press that was used by the Miami Sunday. Miami Sunday? Cuba by Cubans. The Miami Sunday. Okay, let's search that. Well, let's see if maybe that has something. Lasted a year. Okay, it resulted in one large failing newspaper. It was tied for the longest title for an American newspaper with a newspaper in Jefferson, Texas. Okay. Okay. Well, that's no good. Alright. Yes, I know. Shut up. Don't tease me. Cuba by Cubans. An art book. Marcia Barbain. Cuba by Cubans. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Cuba by Cubans. It still doesn't seem... Look, you don't know. You're not sure. You have no idea. Alright, let's see. What have we got? Oh. Miami Print Museum. Oh. Hello? Sits in the courtyard and Miami Print Museum. Well, that led me to a whole lot of tish tosh. Maybe. Well, actually, let's have a look at the periodicals. Telephoto. Unknown author. Miami Print Museum. Gotta check all of them. Or some of the more likely ones. Oh? The Herald Doodled? Do I have the proper name? Okay. Cuba by Cubans. Unknown author. I don't know why it's been added. Okay. I don't... Why did you have me look at this? From before the merger. Okay, well, let's... We want information before the merger. Yeah, that's great. Where are we gonna find that? In the periodicals? Herald Doodled? News Time? Piketty? Business watch. Telephoto. Duck. You gotta help me, bro. Mercury Sunday. The Miami Sunday. The Mercury? Miami Mercury? Okay. With the Miami Sunday, the resulting newspaper, seems at some point it was at least partially archived. Oh, okay. Alright. What are we looking here for? Oh my god. We are looking for... Well, we'll look for the Miami Sunday. That's not... Okay. Bess Williams? Alright. When it was being built, it mentions Beth's young son, now an orphan, was in attendance. Okay. Bess Williams. Okay. Bess Williams. Bess Williams. Had a son. Possible lover of Elias. Was a writer. Wrote his book. Died in a hurricane. Yep, okay. The last year the newspaper existed about a bidding war for a planned expansion. The bidding was won by Wildcat Construction, including a new statue fountain and a second room that would double its shelf count. Okay, Frank Wildcat Williams turned a hero who won the Navy Cross for his bravery and sacrifice. Now he and his wife Ophelia. Oh, why are we learning all these names, game? I was hanging on frickin' Bess Williams, and now you're shoving Ophelia at me. Okay, Ophelia handled outreach to the wives of local veterans. She has, through such outreach, found 13 veterans of the war to serve as Frank's employees. Community support has been unending and overwhelmingly positive. It's gotten to a point where Frank bids on a project, local companies have to decide to step back and let soldiers handle it. Okay. Frank has a selective monopoly, but any attempt to circumvent it has an uproar accusation of being un-American. But at least for now, we're rooting for them. Okay, so let's just look what this has to say. Okay. Great. What was his name? Frank Wildcat Williams. Williams? Bess Williams. Okay. Bess's son? Possible? Even after being stuck in the arm with a bullet, he managed to carry a fellow soldier through enemy territory on his shoulders. An obituary in the website of a local news channel that was written by a surviving family also sheds light on his personal life. He grew up an orphan because his family died in a hurricane. He could barely remember his mother and had no memory of his father. After the war, he ran a construction company. He was born joker and shining light to the veterans who needed it most. He used to insist he married his wife Ophelia as a matter of courtesy and convenience. She wouldn't have to change her name. Photo is attached of Frank in his youth juggling hammers in front of one of his construction sites, as he was often known to do. According to the article, he is survived by Ophelia as well as his daughters Barb and Sharon Williams. Okay, we've got names to put on boards. Not so much pictures though. Okay, so Ophelia? Oh, oh no, he's the one. Frank Williams. Construction? Yes. Bess Williams. Author. I don't have a picture of her, I'm sorry. Frank Williams. Okay, Beth Williams. And they have a daughter. They have 2 daughters, don't they? Oh. One's adopted. Okay, let's have a look at this fella. The picture of the thing is in the background. He's juggling hammers. What a loon. Okay. Wildcat Williams. Okay. Well, wait a sec. Here's Mr. Williams. Alright. And he has 2 daughters. Barb and Sharon. So, get back in there. Get out. Barbara Williams. I don't know which one's older and which one's younger, but sure. Sharon Williams. Okay. We don't know either of those. They split up. Alright. Cool. Cool. Okay. Do we have a picture of Beth? I don't think we do. Okay. Barb and Sharon Williams. So Barb Williams. Motivational speaker has a website that explains she services coconut. Oh, sorry. And Sharon Williams. Okay. Okay. Let's go have a look in the spider periodicals for Sharon Williams. Nope, she's not there. Ophelia. Nothing there. Okay. Alright. Her story will surprise you, uplift you, and then energize you. Greta Jones. A lesson that anyone can take something away from. Kikiwa Falls Gazette. Vic Elmsworth. An intimate evening with a truly wonderful message. Isabel Crosby. Book Barb for corporate retreats. Church. You can customize a message for any audience. Okay. Okay, so let's go look that up. Oh God. Well, firstly, speaker? Public speaker. There we go. Alright, and let's just shove her face in there. Oh, we got it. Okay, that was her. Oh my God, guys. We're doing so well. What the hell? We haven't finished that yet. Okay, booyah, indeed. We got Ford, Susan, we got Heather, we got Melissa. Oh, yeah, we have. We've done almost all of this. Oh, we don't know her spouse's name. Unknown. Unknown Ford. We'll get back to you, I'm sure. Okay, fuck. There's another picture of her somewhere? Okay, cool. Alright, Ducky. Give me a hint. Yes. Yes. Okay, the library statue has her likeness. So we can go to... Where's the picture of the statue? Where is the statue? Where's a photo? Look. Oh. Okay. We had to click right in on that face. Alright, Bess. Here. You can have your face. Enjoy. Alright. Okay, so now go back to all. Where is it? Okay, so let's go. We're reading over here. There's no Kikawa Falls anywhere in the world that you can find. The closest is a Kikawa, appears to be in New Zealand. A man named Chris Elmsworth has invented a small town newspaper as a conceptual art piece. The Gazette is a series of online articles about small restaurants, shows, and other tourist attractions all across from the United States. I'm sick of this song. Give me a different song, please. No. No. Sure. A few more songs would be nice, honestly. Presented as a monthly newspaper of small town America. What makes it a bit strange is that among the articles, occasional stories that present outlandish, inflammatory concepts in extremely mundane ways. For example, on the homepage right now is an article entitled "Mermaids Strike Back Against Lobster Farms." They use very dry language. I love that kind of thing. Details the idea that mermaids in Maine have begun to ionize in support for better benefits. Oh, unionize, sorry. They haven't ionized. There are no punchlines, and the articles are not marked any differently from the rest. Unfortunately, each current issue is presented on the homepage. No archives to older issues. I want to hear about the fight back. No? Okay, fine. If you don't want to, I guess you don't have to. It's kind of shitty. Alright, Greta Jones. Let's check you out. Greta Jones is, according to a flyer in your possession, the morning news anchor for a channel called that. Has no online web presence whatsoever. You do find it listed in giant listed television call signs next to a city, Springfield, under the heading Effingham County. May need to do a deeper dive on a specific to see if they have... Okay, well, where's fucking effing county then? Effing County, Georgia. Okay. Illinois. Okay, so Springville Field. Effingham County, Georgia. Okay. Great. What do you want me to do? I don't understand. Do I just... Georgia? List only seems to feature broadcasts with female news anchors. The person who runs the site has ranked each categories. One of the, Greta Flores. Greta Flores. Okay. This is a pain in the balls. Greta Jones. Okay. Alright. Alright. Greta Flores used to be Greta Jones. TV news anchor. Okay. Compared to the ordeal you've gone through to simply figure out a website, she's apparently the MC for all-female speaking tour. Tour's called Storytellers of Sisterhood. You do a search for it and it seems some of the stories, 25 Stories of Sisterhood by Ayla Hale. Oh, thank fuck. Nope. Ayla Hale. This is an anthology of stories, Storyteller's Sisterhood. It contains direct transcripts. Were Barb Williams. Yes. Okay, Barb Williams. Your story has been added here. Isabel Crosby. I do want to just check off everything before I go diving deep in. Alright. That one was a pain in the ass. Superintendent of Benton County. Okay. Isabel Crosby. Fine, whatever. Okay, what do we got here? What was the difference between Sherry the Brat and Sharon the Beauty? Is it nature, nurture, a better education, different opportunities? The answer is nothing. There was no difference because my sister and my daughter are the same girl. What? Back the fuck up. Nani? I met a boy at a county fair. Unlike us, he lived in a nice part of town. He went to the good school. To a teenage girl, it felt like a fairy tale. But there were boxes all over his house. He was moving in 3 days. Those 3 days were heaven to me. The final night he surprised me. He told me he could actually see me again soon. He planned to return to visit his grandparents. Oh my god, is this going to turn into fucking... This is going to be, incest, isn't it? But I was giving him a reason to keep his promise. I never saw him again, and when I finally got desperate enough to ask around, a friend of a friend told me he hadn't given me his real last name. First part of her story focuses on two 16-year-old girls. My sister Sherry was a brat, always sulking, often disobedient, never on time. She borrowed things without asking and even ran away from home, only to sneak back the next day like nothing had happened. My daughter Sharon, on the other hand, was a beautiful person. She had excellent marks in school, was intensely artistic and creative, and even volunteered at an animal shelter. What was the difference between Sherry the brat and Sharon the beauty? They were the same person. Barb reveals that her daughter was the result of an unexpected pregnancy when she was 15. Barb also talks about when she found out she was pregnant. I was convinced my life was over, but my parents, they took charge. I had to live at home and work a part-time job, but they removed the burden of motherhood. I managed to scrape out a degree in English. As far as my daughter was concerned, I was her much older sister. Barb uses the story to come to a conclusion. When I was younger, I thought my sister was the brat, and I wasn't wrong, but she ran away from home to work at an animal shelter. She borrowed my clothes for presentations at school, and her creativity allowed her to open up Sherry's hair. It took me far too long to realize the beauty was always there too. In fact, the brat and beauty exist in all of us. It's my inner brat that kept me blind to the truth, and I'd like to say it's the beauty in me that finally able to see what I was missing. Okay. Well, shit. Yeah. Sharon Williams. Hairdresser. Okay. Sherry's hair then. In Orlando, the owner of the business is listed as Yazgormalski. That's a name. Let's put that in there. There it is. Yeah, we'll get back there in a second. A large van on weekends can bring the style of Brittany, Christina, or even Rachel to your door. The About Sherry section is very, very long and presented as one paragraph with multiple run-on sentences and no pictures. Oh my god. If she were to do your hair, she'd be doing a lot of talking. It mentions that her husband, Pete, was her late husband's college roommate. Oh. So, husband Pete, late husband's roommate. So... No, this is... Yeah. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Yes, man. Heat. Peter. Okay. So that's... And we don't know who this is. We have no one. We have no idea. That's her late husband's. Okay. She and he had never spent any significant time together until she became a widow and they built a charity together. They left the charity behind because it was growing beyond their ability to run it. Tony, Mark, and Cricket. Her oldest, Tony. Tony is her eldest. Tony? Antonio? Anthony? Unknown. Mark? Another Mark. Unknown. And Cricket? Y name. Okay. Sorry, let's go back. Tony, Mark. Oh, Mark with a C. Cricket. Her oldest, Tony, seems to get the short end of the stick. His two listed accomplishments are that he's the oldest and he's straight A student. Mark, on the other hand, has multiple baseball. Apparently his little league is nationally recognized. Cricket York is near the end and has an entire section dedicated to her. Cricket's a girl. Okay. Cricket. Well, that's York. Cricket? Oh, maybe original daddy's name was Jan, and she kept it. Right? And his name is York. Peter York. Anthony York. No. Yes, Tremorstick. And Mark Tremorstick. There we go. That makes sense to me. Okay, let's go back. She's an actress on a local TV show called Liberty Library, and the reason Sherry relocated from Miami. Sherry, in addition to being horrible to Come Do You Do, is a stylist for the show. Passage also mentions that her agent recommended they change her last name to York since it was easier to pronounce. Oh. Okay, no. She is Yaki Yaki Yu Yu. She is an actress. She is I'm sorry. Yastrozemski. He must be Yastrozemski as well. And we still don't know what your names are. I'm sorry, boys. Mark with a C. I apologize. I don't know your name. Could be Williams. Might be Williams. And you are unknown. I apologize. Alright. Well, yeah, that's... Okay, Duck, I'm at a loss. There's so many. Yeah, I already... Vic Elmsworth. Oh, did I not look for Vic Elmsworth? I thought I had. Vic Elmsworth, according to his own personal page, is apparently one of 3 brothers. All 3 of them are contributors to the Kikawa... Oh, I looked up Kikawa Falls. Southeastern United States. All the articles he's written are archived on his site, including the long-form version of the review for Barb Williams' motivational show from '97. According to Victor, he had seen Barb talk more than once. On this particular occasion, Barb's talk was at a very large church, and it was clear she was an expert at matching the presentation of her concepts for a particular crowd because she received a standing ovation. Started with a story about loss, specifically the loss of a bicyclist who had been hit by a car. Death of any person as a darkness in their loved ones, a cold, empty void that begins to creep into a space where there was once light. Because the light can never return exactly how it once was, she says the only option is to nurture new sources of light to help fight back the darkness. Finding the hidden meanings in tragedy is the most important thing we can do. She uses multiple biblical comparisons. Was her son-in-law, the lanes across America, Charity was created to fill the newfound darkness her daughter experienced. Okay, her son-in-law. LAA. Is Charity focused on adding bike lanes to major cities? LAA Lamb was founded in 87 after the death of Drew Smith. Drew was biking home from work when he got hit by a car. Officers over 12 major metropolitan areas. Has a picture of Drew. The photo has been added to your evidence. Okay, so first husband, Drew Smith. Andrew Smith. The boys' names are Smith. Anthony and Mark Smith. Okay. Alright. He looked like a nice, wholesome guy. Rep Smitty. Alright, let's give Andrew his face. There you go, Andrew. Okay. Alright. That's all for the day. Holy shit, we're gonna have to look up Cricket and all the other guys next time. Yep. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of I'm a Secret Roottree. Are you one too? If you want to play the game for yourself, you can find a link to it in the description below. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Until then, take care, have a good night, see you later, and peace out, guys. Bye.